It's going to be Fcap or Blacklist International because I love both lineups. Ingan, what are you thinking here? How do you feel? The Yu Zhang is up too.
A real throwback brought to us by Lord JM. Finally, the Dragon. We can finally say Black Dragon form once again. And this actually complements his playstyle because the Benedetta a while ago, he was just literally, zoning out, trying to disrupt Falcon's AP Bren. And what a better way to do it with a Black Dragon form.
Might as well. Again, there's so many good choices here, I guess you could say, for Haji to go ahead and use that hard guard. And, you want to get to that back line. Perk's taking a couple shots here. Of course, relying on some of that healing. Again, even the Revitalize is going to play a part in both. Or actually, it's just Black that has it. Oh, whoa.
Okay. They're committing a lot just to bring down MP the King. But Haji with the Love Waves will save MP. Now they're focusing their attention next onto Kyle, onto Perks. Kaltizi with the Queller.
Queller again. This time around, a good pickoff there. Starting things early on for Fcap. And we all know what this does. I mean, the panel on actually both languages talk about how snowbally Suyo can be. And I'm sure for most of the viewers out there, you guys have seen this hero now time and time again throughout the last couple weeks. He's been available for competitive play. And so there's got to be a response. And that's why there was so much pressure put on MP the King as well, because that combo alone, the Angeling, can be devastating, especially in the early game once that hard guard's available. Haji doesn't have it just yet, and this turtle is up here. So we'll see. Again, he's not going to have it most likely for this fight.
Another catch from Ogwen onto Perks. Now Flap TZ going to cut off Perks' extra route there as Kyle TZ will get the turtle. MP the King goes in with the Tempest of Blades, trying to do something there. And I do agree, a lot of pressure is going to boil down to MP the King because we all know the Alice, strong in the late game, scales up. But if MP the King doesn't manage to, make it past the mid game, the Alice pick won't be any use.
Look at this protection, too, that Blacklist International has to do continuously to go ahead and allow MP the King to get that purple buff at least. And so with that, the Fcap's going to play with the kind of lead that they built themselves, this kind of rotation that they're doing too. It's a nuisance. I mean, think about this. How many times do you have to deal with a Khalid and an Edith on your side of the jungle? Like, you're just like, guys, come on. This is part of it. Look at this, MP.
Yeah, tandem of Flap TC and Ogwen just working on 3 members. Hard guard is there for MP the King to make sure to take down Ogwen. Okay, Primal Wrath casted here, Tempest of Blades as well, but Kyle TC and Flap TC is there to make sure to save Ogwen this time. Saving their roamer, as MP the King will safely get his orange buff.
I know Leo mentioned this, that it was going to be Blacklist International being like, give me your lunch money, but right now it feels like Fcap are the bullies on the playground. Like, they are just staying on this side of the jungle of Blacklist and continuously putting pressure and pressure and pressure, and it's up to Blacklist to answer and respond to this. You can see that too. Part of the items coming into place, Crows and Scythe locked in for Super Marco. Oheb went right for that Clock of Destiny, so he's got that. A little bit of extra magic resist too for Super Marco to deal with that Alice carry matchup. But right now, I'd say Fcap's done everything that they've wanted to do. They continue to just play around their strengths, and Lord JM gets killed too off the camera here.
Off-cam kill there for few. Even when Haji's in the picture, he's going to get the pick off onto Lord JM. And again, I do agree with what you're saying. Falcon's AP Bren are checking the boxes of what they need to do now. Flap TC putting on work onto MP the King. MP the King will get his purple buff. Hard guard is there ready to save MP. This time focusing their attention onto Few. I thought they were chasing Flap TC. Tempest of Blades will be there to bring down El Capitan Few. Now MP the King wants to go for the payback. Flap TC with a quick sand guard. But here comes the Dragon. Yu Zhang working on Ogwen. Ogwen, even with the Primal Wrath, will be taken down by MP the King as Kyle TZ gets the turtle.
It's a trade, right? Yeah, turtle's going to go in the hands of Fcap. Blacklist, though, is fighting back. Think about this. MP the King has dealt with so much bullying in his side of the jungle that at least through all this hard work, he's now got a couple of kills and looking to make some moves.
MP even using the Retribution just to make sure to get a catch onto Kyle TZ. Almost getting killed there by the Queller of Kyle. Now they're focusing their attention once again onto Perks. Gonna get picked off by the Lantern Flare. He's gonna fall down in the hands of Kyle. And another kill for Falcons.
And that's why this Jushin pick is so sought after. Again, even when you're playing against a Revitalize or a bunch of sustainability or these heroes that can get away, hey man, it's nothing that a Lantern Flare can't fix.
Yeah, that's why Haji's also been using the Juicin.
Yeah.
Both of them, they know the capabilities. Whenever someone, either of the mid laners does this, they're doing a great job of getting pickoffs. Even if Few doesn't have damage when it comes to the Lantern Flare, it does its job. It helps prevent Blacklist's aggression, even if they have perks with the Gatotkacha that you know is really quite tanky.
Yep.
He has to play it safe because so far he hasn't been crossing the river trying to gather information over Falcon's AP Brent to help aid MP the King.
Like, look at this. Look at this setup here. Just whenever the purple buff is up, Blacklist knows, all right, we get in position, protect purple. Let MP the King continue to go ahead and farm up, scale up the way he needs to be. He hasn't gone down yet, so for the most part, Blacklist is fine. It's just, if they go 3 for 3 for Turtles for Fcap, that's not the end of the world here for Blacklist. They can still go in, even when it comes down to the Lord fights, and hope that by that time, Oheb is where he needs to be. Again, he's still working, I think, on that second item. He did have that Conquer Destiny pretty early on. I think he rushed it. But eventually, your lineup starts to shine towards the later portion of the game here for Blacklist. Right now, though, it looks like they want to go ahead and contest this. Baptiste for the front side. Oakwood will join this too, at least forcing them back. Here we go.
Okay. They're going to pick up Perks. Perks forces to use their Revitalize. MP the King goes in, plus the Hard Guard. Here comes Staples to play the Dragon as well. A lot of ultimates being casted. No precise target yet, but Owen will fall down in the hands of 5 members of Blacklist, preventing Falcon's AP Bren from going for the Turtle.
They stopped that for now. Oakwood goes down, but Blacklist still has a lot of grounds to cover here.
Yeah.
Again, they're just going to go ahead and trade 3 for 3 Turtles for Fcap. They wanted to look elsewhere across the map. They weren't really able to push in this turret on the top side just yet. But it might be those small things that Blacklist does that eventually gets them to a more even ground later on. Again, you're seeing it here. Purple buff is going to be up. This time, Kyle Teasy, a part of this, wants to force MP the King into that.
Oh.
And it looks like, yeah, it was taken from him. So no purple buff for MP. They try to hold on to this mid-turret just a couple shots away here.
Grand Theft Purple for Kyle Teasy. This might be the mid-game power spike for Falcon's AP Bren to extend the lead more. They're doing a great job of making sure to control the minion waves. Because so far, they have no, Blacklist has no turret takedowns. The Super Marco works on the mid-lane turret, they take it down. Baptiste getting a good position here. Maybe they want to go for the initiation or just zone out Blacklist so Super Marco can make quick work with the bottle lane turret.
This is basically just Fcap going through that list of, chores that they have in a day in a game. It's like, all right, we got to do this. Now that's checked off. We go to the next. And because really this was almost in a similar way where we saw a previous game where they wanted Blacklist to fight them, but if they didn't, if Blacklist was like, no, we don't want to fight yet, then Fcap will continue to just play that macro game and get what they need, farm up themselves, and then we find ourselves in what we saw earlier, where it was just, Lord shuffles for a bit, and then it was a full-on Lord dance breaking out here. So for Blacklist, with the lineup that they have, it's not like they can immediately fight unless they're able to actually find like a moment where they can collapse down with the Heart Guard and everything else. Maybe Lord JM's able to get that combo we used to see so often before when the Yuzhong was, more so picked or meta. But again, this is going to happen here time and time again. Okay,
another catch for Ogwen and Few on to Perks. Lantern Flare is there, forcing the Revitalizer. Not going to be able to pick up Perks there. No casualties just yet, but this might change because the first Lord has spawned. So, in Blacklist case, there's a 4.4k gold lead on the opposing team. They can still go for the Retribution steal. Again, they have Haji with the Angela, so they can aid MP the King if ever he wants to go and try to contest for that Lord.
Okay, Lord is up here, but as we saw, purple buff was taken with that Retribution from Kyle Teasy. So they'll start things up. Good push into that tier 1 on the bottom side. Now they'll work on it. Half health on the Lord right now. Perks dealing with it. There's a conceal.
Okay, MP the King goes in with the Tempest of Blade. That's the hard dog, but they got Perked down. Super Marco also goes down. Here comes the Black Dragon form. Has to retreat though as Perks trying to soak up the damage, but cannot out-sustain the damage of Falcon's AP Brand. Counterattack coming in from Blacklist as they bring down Flap and Ogwen. Oheb has been activated, but a triple kill from Kyle Teasy. Flowing blood just to escape. A 3-for-4 trade. Falcons AP Brent gets 4 agents and might be able to take this Lord away.
Yeah, Oheb's not going to do that. Not against with Kyle Teasy there and you to help him out with the utility. So that is a Lord secured here for Fcap. You can see it though, Blacklist, just like in the previous game, like they have some fight in them. It was unfortunate that even with the hard guard earlier on, MP the King just got obliterated. You know, he was taken out so quickly.
Man.
That again, this is, it's more so difficult on a Ling to be able to do this, especially when you don't have a purple. You know, like the purple's been taken, what, the past 3 purple buffs have been taken from MP the King?
Yeah, they're giving MP the King a very hard time despite the presence of the hard guard. And for a moment there, I didn't understand what you were saying because the fans are screaming.
Yeah,
it's so loud here.
They're erupting, man. I mean, both the teams here, I'm not sure, but what is sure is he's back. Welcome back, the Black Dragon. This is only the 2nd time he's been picked up throughout the season here. Again, it's been a long time since we saw Yu Zhang, and you know there was a time when he was picked up almost nearly every game.
Yeah. Almost high contention rate each and every time, as the Falcons AP Brent here making use of their Lord. They want to go and pop the energy shields of Blacklist. Blacklist makes quick work of the Lord, saving all their inhibitor turrets so far. But again, the resilience of Blacklist can't be denied here. One setup from Lord JM with a jump and Purify can turn things around, even if Falcons AP Bren has an outstanding gold lead at 6.4.
All right, let's take a look at these items real quick. We're going to see if Blacklist is in a good position. You know, Oheb's down a little bit, but you saw that he did pump out some damage. He's got a Holy Crystal Starlium Scythe now, too. Even for MP, he's got himself the BOT and the Haas Claws here to help with some of that. You got cooldown reduction, of course, for Haji. But even this, you know, you have just a couple things for perks, but he's got the Athena Shield and Dominant Ice, so part of this all has to play in a part of, we got to get the Avatar of the Guardian off. They're going to fight for the purple again, though.
Oh, Oheb goes in with flowing blood. MP the King as well goes for the backline after a few templates of Blade. Black Dragon form, they're forcing every ultimate out just to catch Falcons AP Brent. Fuse going to fall down in exchange for MP the King. Now they're working on perks. A monster kill coming in from Kyle Teasy, but Oheb has the hard guard. Going to bring down Super Marco. Still working on Flap Teasy. Kyle Teasy on the chase. Oheb's going to be able to escape, but Haji, though, does he have the hard guard to walk away? Kyle Teasy works in with a second skill. Owens chasing after him as well. And a godlike kill for Kyle Teasy at 7-0-3.
Yeah, massive game here for Kyle Teasy right now, but still, Fcap has to respect what Blacklist is able to do and vice versa. And that's why you see, even, you know, some people might be looking at, man, look at the lead Fcap's got. Look at the KDA on Kyle Teasy and such, but you still have to deal with the fighting around these Lords, the fighting around the choke points here. And Blacklist, we saw it, right? They try to jump in, they use the Avatar of the Guardian a little bit later, the hard guard on Oheb to kind of sustain that fight because of where he is, even itemization-wise. So those extended fights might come out helping Blacklist with their lineup, but if they don't get to the later portion of the game, it's going to be difficult for them to do. So Fcap, with this lead, their items nearly locked in. They'll start up this next Lord here. Sawtooth, Winter's Crown was picked up by Oheb, so that could play a part if he jumps in the Blood Ode and everything else, even with a hard guard or not.
Okay, MP the King just waiting patiently for a perfect opportunity to strike. Haji as well, managing the bottom lane. Ultimate of Haji is ready to be expended.
Quarter of health here. Both teams still kind of feeling this out. It's going to go for a reset. And this is exactly why I was saying Fcap will respect what Blacklist can do. They're pushing it.
A fake reset, a joke. Falcons AP Brent gets the Lord. Unfortunately for Blacklist, even though they don't have a trade, they're not going to lose anyone though, as Falcons AP Brent works on trying to get the purple buff away from MP. MP still has his red tree, and he's going to secure a purple buff for this potential defense.
Let's think about the defense here.
Okay.
Hang on. Can Blacklist, do they actually have a good defensive lineup with this? I mean, this is not your traditional marksman. It's also not a Harith, which we see so often.
Yeah.
It's an Alice, right? Your Alice is here. You should relatively be able to clear waves out, but the problem is, in certain cases, you're also going to have to be using those ultimates to help clear things out. The Lord in the mid lane, these waves they're lined up, they're managed really well here. Fcap wants to get these base turrets down. You're 15 minutes in, you've got a 7,000 gold lead. Blacklist is on the defense. What can they do but watch the turrets be taken down?
Mid lane turret about to fall down, as well as the bottom lane turret as Blacklist desperately trying to work on this Lord. Q just continuing to spam out the Lantern Flares. Let's see if they're going to be able to pick someone up. Blacklist makes quick work of this Lord. Still saving their bottom lane, inhibitor turret, and Falcons AP Bren again displaying discipline, but they go for the conceal. Okay, let's see if Ogan's gonna initiate. Okay, forcing out Lord James, Black Dragon form. MP the King goes in with a hard guard as well. On to Super Marco. They tried to go for Bulletproof. Let's see if he's gonna fall down, but they managed to bring down the Dragon. Super Marco stays alive. Now they're working on Oheb. An Immortality pop by Owen. Winter Crowd play coming in from Oheb. They might be able to take him down. Owen goes in with the Earth Shatter Flicker combination, bringing down the Filipino Sniper. AOJ from Perks just to walk away.
Oh, man.
They have minions onto the top. They have minions onto the mid lane. Falcons AP Bren on the verge of winning this game. Falcons AP Bren breaks the momentum of the code and soars forward to the upper bracket finals.
And Fcap will make it happen. Respecting what Blacklist International did, and they brought him to Game 5. And it all started once again with Blacklist getting Game 1 0-16. And they wanted to go the distance, and Fcap did just that.
Okay, guys, don't forget, Blacklist isn't eliminated yet. We still have the lower bracket. And this time they show their perseverance, really forcing, pushing the defending world champions to their limits. 5 games.
5 games.
5 games, nice.
Defending world champions. This is not the Blacklist International that you saw in the regular season, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe hints of it, but this is definitely playoffs Blacklist. And as they take their bow here for this series, again, they're still looking for that opportunity later on in the lower bracket. And I don't know, whoever ends up facing them, I'd be worried,
scared.
man. I'd be scared.
Especially with the improvements from this man leading Blacklist, Lord J.
Phenomenal series for Lord J. I'm just all over here. Once again, Fcap. You can hear Falcons AP Brent chanting in the crowd. That's going to do it for me and Egon here for this matchup. We'll see you guys later on. But for now, let's throw it over to Mara and the winners, Falcons AP Brent.
Heard from you. Let's go, Falcons! Congratulations! You're moving to the upper bracket finals! Maganda ang ngiti mo. Kitang-kita masaya ka. Ngayon, you know, upper bracket finals, you've been in this situation many times before. Nakakaramdam pa rin ba kayo ng kaba, Few? Or have you achieved that level of confidence knowing, syempre, that you've gone on a world tour na sure in?
Para sa amin, confident pa rin naman kami. Pero ang iniiwasan lang namin is masobrahan ng pagiging